Hello again, boys and girls. Today's story is called The 12 Angry Birds, and it is also written and illustrated by the author. Her name is Gabrielle Meyer. 12 Angry Birds. It's hot, hot, hot today. Ada, Iggy, and Rosie are trying to cool off in the pool when suddenly a bunch of birds starts chirping loudly by the water feeder. The kids take a closer look and notice the birds look angry. But why would all these cute birdies be angry, asks Rosie. Here's a clue, says Ada. The water feeder is empty. They must be angry because they are thirsty. Ada calls her mom outside so she can observe the birds. Wow, Mom says. I don't think I've ever seen this many bickering birdies. She counts them. There are 12 of them, 12 angry birds. Mom doesn't understand why the water feeder is empty. Then Arthur filled it last night, but it's empty. Ada ponders. There has to be an explanation. Just then, Mushu jumps up to the water feeder. Mushu is their cat. Oh no, Ada gasps. Did Mushu drink all the water that was meant for the birdies? Mom picks up the kitties. Mushu, you know what I said I'd do if you drank water from the feeder again? She carries Mushu into the house. Wait, what are they going to do to Mushu? Ada asks, worried. Oh no, Mom is going to give Mushu away. They need to prove that Mushu is innocent, so Mom will let the kitty stay. They're thinking that Mom is going to give Mushu away. Ada, Iggy, and Rosa search for evidence about who or what might be behind the missing birdie water. They found an empty water bowl, a paw print in the grass, a fur ball. Now it's time to load the lab and examine their evidence. But the evidence all points to Mushu, the cat, the kitty. The paw print from the scene of the crime is exactly the size of Mushu's paw. The fur is definitely kitty fur. Plus, Mushu's water bowl was empty, which means she was probably thirsty. Maybe Mushu did commit the crime after all. We still can't give up on Mushu, says Ada. If we're going to convince Mom not to give Mushu away, we have to prove that she can be a good kitty. Now, they're all suspecting or thinking that Mom is going to give Mushu away. Let's continue to read. The kids decide to hold a court case in the living room to defend the kitty. Ada calls Mushu to the stand while Mom acts as the judge. Mushu, isn't it true that while you've never been professionally trained, you can be very well behaved? Asks Ada. Mushu jumps off the chair, runs over to sit in front of the fan. Ada's worried. It's starting to look like Mushu can't behave at all. But when Ada notices that Mushu looks very happy sitting in front of the fan, Mushu isn't a badly behaved cat at all. She's just trying to cool off, Ada explains. Makes sense, says Rosie. It's really not hot today. This gives Ada an idea. She thinks she knows what really happened to the water that was missing from the bird's feeder. Yes, it may be true that Mushu was at the scene of the crime, Ada begins, and she might not be the most well-behaved cat ever, but Mushu didn't drink the birdie water. It disappeared through a scientific process called evaporation. Evaporation? Iggy asks, what's that? Ada explains that evaporation is when heat from the sun causes water to turn into a gas. It happens quickly on hot, dry days like today. The case is closed. Mushu is innocent. Now you won't have to give Mushu away, Mom says to Ada. Mom looks confused. Give Mushu away? I wasn't going to give her away. I was just going to give her a second bowl of water outside. Ada, Iggy, and Rosa share giggled. Oh, that's what Mom meant. They all went outside to add more water to the bird feeder. Now there are 12 very happy birds and one happy kitty who gets to stay here forever, says Ada with a giggle. And that's the end of this story. Mushu is happy. Ada and all her brothers and sisters are happy. The end. Thank you for listening. See you next time.